got the order, the disaster declaration.
Let's do it here.
The governor's going to sign a quick executive order declaring the disaster.
Where's the, véngase aquí. Mira lo que voy a hacer.
Vente con mi esposa.
Homero, ven. A ver si
I'm going to sign a disaster declaration
a ver.
which allows $750,000 to come to help the community from the state for roads, for overtime, for some of the damage. And then I'm going to ask FEMA to come here on Tuesday. They're going to be here Tuesday, and we're going to try to find ways to help individuals with their homes, to help with repairing their homes, because there are about 450. Lo que voy a hacer aquí es voy a firmar una declaración de que esto es un desastre y casi $1 millón para ayudar aquí a la comunidad con los power lines, con carreteras, para pagarle a la gente que está ayudando y limpiando. Luckily, this man has insurance. Mayor, is there anything else we can do? What can we do from the state?
Well, what you've done so far has been remarkable with your team of experts that have come down and assisted us with our first response, and then setting up a recovery plan that's underway right now. So you're doing all that you can do, Governor, and we appreciate it.
We're going to try to get federal assistance. We've just signed a declaration that brings $750,000 immediately. Actually, it's already being spent from state disaster funds by my signing that declaration. Now, those funds can be used for power lines, for roads, repair infrastructure, overtime. But this has been a devastating tornado, a Type 4 tornado that has damaged close to 500 homes and completely totaled about 55, 56. And so the priority is first to get the community back to its feet, but also get the federal government, FEMA, to help us. Now, it's not always a done deal with FEMA, so we're going to push very hard because you have to meet certain thresholds. Tim, do you want to say something? Tim Manning is the disaster head of emergency disasters in the state.
Governor, thanks. Well, at your direction, we did request FEMA to come out here. They'll be here on Tuesday to do a damage assessment with the city of Clovis, with the staff from the state office. We hope that we can get a disaster declaration for individual assistance, and I'm sure that we will do everything necessary to make that happen. But as the governor said, that is not always an easy thing, and we'll continue to get every bit of assistance we can from the federal government for the community.
Any questions?
Governor, how does this stack up to Hatch?
This is worse than Hatch, and Hatch we had to battle to get the federal designation. It took about 3 weeks. So I'm going to push very hard because this devastation here in Clovis, this tornado, has done more damage. More homes have been damaged. More homes have been totaled. The damage to power lines and infrastructure. But at least at the state level, the disaster declaration will put money in here immediately. A good part of it for overtime, for power lines, for roads, and we're going to move as fast as we can.
I understand it took about 4 months to get some housing in for the people damaged in Hatch. Can these people, is there going to be any help for these people in that interim, the people hardest hit?
We're going to do everything we can. I'm going to see if we can find some state funds for emergencies, but this is a federal responsibility. But we're going to push not just to get the designation to help with the homes, but also to get it here quickly, because these people need help immediately. And my worry is that they're not going to have any place to live, and it's important that we respond as rapidly as possible. But I want to just say the local community, the mayor, the National Guard has been very helpful, state police, local law enforcement, emergency workers, they've been here. But my main job will be to try to expedite this federal designation from FEMA. FEMA will be here Tuesday to inspect. And I think it's important that we get all the facts to FEMA as quickly as possible.
How soon do you want to see this implemented?
As soon as possible. Look at these homes. This man is lucky that he's got insurance, but a majority of the damaged homes don't have insurance. So we got to move rapidly.
Are you concerned about tornadoes so early in the season here in New Mexico?
Yeah, I am concerned. I'm concerned about a Type 4 tornado coming so early. It's never been this bad here in Clovis. I worry about the rest of eastern New Mexico, and it could have been worse. It could have hit the center of the city, and this was a killer tornado. And there's only one tornado that is worse, and that's a Type 5.
What do you think?
Chance to check out Logan, sir?
I overflew it, and it's in bad shape. Just the devastation. So we got to be ready. You know, this is the last year has not been good to New Mexico. We've had floods, we've had drought, we've had the snowstorm, now a tornado. So we've got to be prepared, and I believe we have been prepared. We're going to move the assistance as rapidly as possible.
What did you think when you heard that there were 13 tornadoes that hit New Mexico?
Well, I was constantly on the phone, and I was advised the best thing we could do right away is get this disaster declaration. And we actually are already spending money for it, so we didn't wait. This signing will only trigger the funds as quickly as possible.